Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to etch some glass with some etching cream. All you need is whatever you want to etch, and sorry my hands are dirty, I was staining wood earlier. So whatever glass you're going to etch, I like to apply it with Q-tips. You're also going to need this Armor Etching Cream. I got this at Michael's. It's a little expensive, but if you get one of their 50% off coupons, it's actually pretty affordable, and this I've already had for about a year, so, and it's still like almost halfway full, so it'll go a long way. You'll need your scraping tool and then a stencil for whatever you want to etch. If you need to know how to make a stencil, you can go check out my video a couple videos before this, and I show you how to make a stencil. And I mirrored this because I'm going to be putting it on the bottom of my pie dish here that I'm going to etch. And you'll also need some transfer tape to get the stencil onto your dish. So let's get started. Alright, so first things first, we are going to want to apply our stencil to our pie dish. So I have one stencil I'm going to put up here, it says time for more, and then I have another one down here that says made with love. So let's apply this top one first. So I have my transfer tape here, my trusty transfer tape. This is Oracle brand, it's my favorite, it's my go-to, it's super easy to work with. So I'm just going to, this was actually the first project I ever did with my Cricut. It's pretty much why I bought my Cricut, was to make some etched champagne glasses, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So it was a huge learning curve, but I learned a lot. All right, so we're gonna get that ready to go. And the reason I mirrored this is because even though I know it's gonna kind of look backwards from this side, I want you to be able to read it from the inside. So that's why I did it that way. So I'm just gonna start to get this vinyl up, and I'm just using some scrap Cricut vinyl I had laying around. So you can use whatever you want. You can use stencil vinyl, you can use 631. This is what I have laying around. So all right, so now time to place this. Yep. That looks pretty good. Doesn't need, it's just, this is just for me, so it doesn't have to be scientific or anything. We're just going to want to be careful right here where the glass kind of curves when we actually put on the etching cream. So we can start pulling off our transfer tape. And actually I'll save that to, so with this etching cream, you are gonna wanna make sure you do not have any air bubbles near where you're going to be putting the etching cream, because unlike paint, that you can just kind of wash off, and you know, if you make a mistake, especially with acrylic paint, you can kind of just fix it. Etching cream, if it hits the glass, it is going to leave a mark. So you just want to be careful when you're using etching cream. All right, so now we'll put our second one down. I'm just reusing the same piece of transfer tape I have or had. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna make sure this is all smooth. So now this is what it's going to look like. I just thought that would be something kind of cute, you know, when you get to the bottom of your dish. And I don't have to write my name on the bottom of my dish anymore because I'll know whose it is. All right, so now we are gonna start etching. So this is super simple, and You're supposed to do this in an area where you have like where you can like easily get water if you like get it on yourself or your hands or whatever, or in your eyes. But I'm just like gonna break the rules. I'm just at my craft table, but just be careful if this is your first time using it. So I'm just taking my Q-tip and I just kind of got some on my Q-tip. And I'm just gonna start kind of dabbing very gently where I want this to go. No real secret to this, but you kind of want to do a relatively heavy coat, especially if you really want it to turn out. So it's gonna look like right now like just a bunch of blobs. But when we rinse it off in 10-15 minutes, it's gonna look really awesome. Oops, see, I just got a drop there. So just be careful. All right, so I'm gonna be careful on this exclamation point because I don't want it to bleed. All right, I'm just gonna go back. I see a few little corners that don't have any, so I'm just gonna make sure I get those. And I'm gonna leave these on for about, the bottle says to leave on for, where does it say the instructions? I don't know. I think on the directions that came with the bottle, it says only like etch for like, or to leave it on for like 5 minutes, but after doing a lot of research, it seems like that'll just give you a really light etching. So if you want it darker, you can leave this on. I think I accidentally left on once for like half an hour. Nothing happened, it was fine. And it does say that this cream will not etch some Pyrex or some glasses, so you might just want to not necessarily, I don't think you should buy like a whole second one, but maybe do like a test area. I definitely did not do that with this one, but we're just gonna hope for the best because that's how I roll with my YouTube channel. All right, so now we are gonna let this sit for about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna start the clock and we will come back in 15 minutes and I'll show you what to do next. All right, so now we're reporting live from my kitchen. So now the next step is we are gonna just rinse all of this off into the sink, and then we'll go back and weed the middles with our weeding tool. So I'm just gonna turn on the water here and just start to rinse it. Just try not to get any big globs of it on the glass because it'll still etch it. All right, so now I'm just gonna go with my weeding tool and just get these centers off. Sometimes they just kind of rinse off, but just be careful you don't scratch your glass. And if you're doing like a wine glass or something, just like rub it off and they'll come off really easily. All right, so you guys are all set. So you can see we have our final etched glass product here. I know you can see the camera in the reflection, but I'm trying to get it at a good angle. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment and make sure you like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. And as always, happy crafting!